Chelsea, I suppose commiserations, but how do you reflect on what was a pretty successful year reaching the grand final?
Yeah, I mean, immensely proud of our girls for being able to reach the grand final, and although the result didn't swing our way on grand final day, the girls tried their hearts out, and Brisbane their defence was exceptional and they brought their best footy, and we're disappointed that we couldn't bring our best on the day, but immensely proud of the girls and what they've been able to achieve in getting to another grand final. The girls are still, I guess sad about that, but we'll move on, reflect, and players are already keen for 2022 to get started.
Personally, how did you deal with the grand final? You had to sit and watch.
I'm not the greatest supporter sitting on the bench, but yeah, it was tough to watch towards the end, but it was probably, I reckon, the 92nd mark, and I still had complete belief that we were going to be able to get it, and it was challenging for me personally to watch, but the girls, like I said, extremely proud of them and the way they've held themselves this season. Looking forward to what we can continue to do as a playing group. Yeah, so Ange, as it's obviously come out, has ruptured her ACL and will be going into some surgery at some stage, we assume, this week. Having done one myself, it's, you go through mixed emotions, and all we can do is be there for Ange, and she's an incredible athlete, but more importantly, she's an incredible person, and I have no doubt that she'll tackle this with absolute courage and determination to get back out in the field for us, and we'll be supporting her with every second along the way.
Being there yourself, have you had a chance to have a chat to her about what she's going to go through?
Yeah, we actually saw each other yesterday morning and just touched base with her, and it's really overwhelming. She's been overwhelmed with the amount of messages that have come through to her from opposition and team and the club and everyone. It probably doesn't sink into you until a couple of days afterwards, and when the noise clears, that's when it probably hits you hardest. So for Ange, we'll just continue to support her in every way possible.
Shani Norder was on offsides yesterday. Obviously, his offsides program. She thought there was prospects might be. Do you think she'll return?
At this stage, we've just played a grand final, and we're kind of just enjoying our time with one another as a playing group, and I'm sure those conversations down the track will start happening in bits and pieces, but at this stage we've just finished our grand final and enjoying each other's time.
How do you think she sort of deals with that issue, Chelsea? She said previously she'd like to play on if her body allows her.
Look, I think every player in AFLW just wants to play footy for as long as you possibly can. It's a year-long time retired, so for any player, even like myself, you just want to play footy for as long as you possibly can and enjoy it. Being a female footballer, you miss the opportunity to join at 18. You just want to try and enjoy that for as many years as you possibly can. What was that, sorry? Brisbane were exceptional in their aerial contest, but defensively, just all around the ground, their pressure was exceptional, and a credit to them. They deserve that victory from the weekend. Both Brisbane and our Adelaide Crows footy team have been. I'm proud to say that we've been, quite, strong in the AFLW competition, and being, interstate teams or non-Victorian teams. For female football, that's actually a massive thing. So I think both the Brisbane and our Adelaide Crows are very proud as South Australians and Queenslanders that their female footballer is thriving at grassroots level and through to their AFLW elite teams as well.
Chelsea, what's the biggest issue for the off-season? Keeping the group together, perhaps? Some opposition teams like to grade the successful clubs? Is that something you
Yeah.
talk to girls about?
It's always a challenging time in the off season because you're out of your routine. You don't have your normal trainings with your teammates and bits and pieces. But generally, we have a couple of weeks, off to just go back to our real jobs, our families and bits and pieces. And the players, we're quite lucky. We're still the only team here in South Australia, and that we're kind of, I guess, the aspiration for many young girls following the female footy pathway.
What was that feeling like? Did you just feel that you wanted to get on the ground when you were watching the Crows game?
It would have been nice to be out on the ground, that's for sure, with my teammates playing footy, but it just wasn't meant to be. And all I could be was be a support for them. And as I said before, I'm immensely proud of the season and of the journey that we've been embarking on together. All you can be is just be there for. It's really important that we stay connected and we remain proud of ourselves and what we've been able to achieve thus far.
It's very early days at the moment, obviously, but are there any teams that we should be watching out for next year? Ones you think did well this year might come up next year?
Oh, AFLW comp changes every year, I swear. It's always, you just never know. I mean, we had 6 to 8 teams that were pretty much on the same amount of points towards the end of the season. It was that tight of competition. I mean, it was the toughest, hardest, most skillful comp that we've ever seen in AFLW history, and it's just going to get bigger and better, and we're going to see more players. I'm seeing them at the young ages, watching them at the grassroots level already, and I'm just jealous of how good they're going to be and what this competition is going to look like in years to come.
Just to check, are you all clear now? Concussion?
Yeah, so all cleared from my concussion tests, so I'm fit and healthy, which is the main thing. And it's unfortunate that that's sport. It's sometimes happens. It's a physical contact game, and I like to say that I play with my heart on my sleeve every single match, and with all the courage that I can. So for my teammates, but at the end of the day, your health takes priority, and that's an important message for grassroots footy and every sport.
Looking back now, Chelsea, we heard Jake Kelly talk about he was relieved he didn't have to try and get up for the Sydney game when he was concussed in round 1. Do you think you could have played on Saturday and almost now looking back feeling fine? Do you feel better now than you would have maybe a couple of days ago?
It is a really challenging thing, the concussion as players. You just want to play footy, and with concussion, it's something that you can't physically see, like an injury that you can't physically see, and I guess we're still learning more about it as well. It's not like you can just go and get a scan. Like if you've hurt yourself, you can go and get a scan and have a look at what it is. And unfortunately, there's not a scan to show what the concussion kind of does. I guess it is maybe a relief for some players that the pressure's taken away for them to try and get back in time, and you don't want to play football scared, and you want to play and go into the contest as you normally would. So to make sure that you're 100% fit, mentally and physically is really important.